Enough of the nonsense and propaganda. Here's how the Chinese government really works. Imagine there's a pollution problem in some Chinese city. The air gets thick, complaints start coming in. And yes, people in China complain to the government when things don't work. There is a formal system for this so that the government will work. So, now what we in the West would call the mayor or the local council has to take action or they lose their jobs. And this is one of the many reasons why the Chinese system works. And there's a full article on this today on my Substack, culturalperspective.com. So here's the abbreviated version. Political leaders have to take action when there's a problem. The local secretary is responsible for results. Their performance and whether they keep their job or not or get promoted is based on, in this case, clean air. So they launch inspections, set new targets, and report progress. They take action. Everything they do is recorded, compared, and reviewed. Those reports move up through the system, getting to the Chinese People's Political Consultative Conference, where specialists and academics analyze the data, review costs, methods, and outcomes, and give recommendations that go to the National People's Congress, where legislatures align the proposals with national plans. There's nothing ad hoc here. Everything stays consistent and works together. So from there, the Central Committee studies the findings from multiple provinces, combining local results into national priorities. If the policy fits long-term goals, the Politburo and its standing committee approve it. The State Council then turns that decision into law. Now, in this case, the Ministry of Ecology and Environment receives clear targets: reduce emissions, improve air quality, and modernize industry. Provincial governments get those instructions, and implementation begins. And the changes that take place aren't politically motivated. They're not based on what's popular or just doing the opposite what the opposing political party proposes. Those changes are based on facts, evidence, data, and analysis by experts. So once the policies are implemented, the Central Commission for Discipline checks every stage. They audit funds, they verify the data, investigate any misconduct. The goal isn't punishment. It is to make sure that the problem gets fixed, to keep the system honest, predictable, and moving forward. It is a totally different model than what's used in the West, and it works. And it works in China very much because it fits with the Chinese cultural perspective of collectivism, long-term planning, and harmony. And because it's based on the Chinese cultural perspective, it may not work well in the West, which is a different cultural perspective. So given this, do you think this type of system would work in Western nations? Let us know in the comments.